Hey, how's it going? Yeah, my hair's a mess. I went for a swim today. You'll see video. No, I don't wear a bathing suit. No, I wasn't ski dipping. Hi, everybody. How's it going, Joe? Howie is outside right now building a railing all around the deck. So, so Bubba and I don't fall off the end and tip off the end of the world, so to speak. Fix this a little bit. How's it going, Joe? We had, it rained all night, but it was still kind of hot today and muggy. Had to have a swim just to move. But I made pickled eggs. And I finished the Babapalooza video for my brother's celebration of life. And I was just talking to my nephew because this is kind of was on my brain. We were talking on Rumble about how much surveillance is too surveillance. Excuse yourself. Hi, Lisa Allen. And we were talking on Rumble about how much surveillance is too much surveillance. As far as I'm concerned, surveillance is the word that says it all, right? Hey, Sheila. Hi, Troy. And so, and we were talking about AI and how there really isn't any AI as of yet. What we actually have, okay, is the internet's worth of knowledge on an extremely fast search engine. So when they ask robots to answer questions, they literally have to think about it. But AI, all they're doing is they say, oh, build your website with AI. And all it is an extremely fast search engine that you just put in what you want. And then they compile it from everything. Is this good? That good? This good? And that's not AI. That's just really, 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 really fast programming and application, right? Anyway, and we were talking about how AI is everywhere now. AI this and AI that. And the truth is, they're just putting it out there like that to say it, and it's not really AI, to get us comfortable with the idea of real AI. And I hope that never actually happens. I really hope that never happens, because there's really no such thing as artificial intelligence. Intelligence is what we give it. Its intelligence is what we feed it. So it's not artificial at all. Right? Oh, hi, Julie. You've been fighting a cold. Oh, well, there you go. Hi, Susan. Hi, Nana. Hi, Patricia. Mary Jane Will. Just me. I don't have anything called smart. Well, I have smart TV. My phone's smart, right? I mean, but I don't turn them on, but it doesn't matter. If you've got a flat screen TV in your house, it can be hacked and it can film you even if it doesn't have a webcam. Surprise, surprise. Don't ask me to source it for you. You go and dig for that. You just Google that shit, right? Or sorry, that stuff. So anyway, it's taken me a couple of weeks, but I finished my brother's slideshow to music and for his celebration of life next weekend. And my nephew and I were talking, and he said, well, because he's going to be the one setting it up. And he said, well, just download it onto YouTube and then just make it private. And I said, well, I might not be able to remember my my password that day. I changed my password like I changed my underwear. So, so he said, okay, here's what you do. I said, but I did get it on it because I tried to download it as unlisted and it's completely blocked. It will not let it play anywhere except on my computer, right? Because it's mine. So I downloaded it onto a thumb drive, right? Because most TVs now, you just plug it in, right? So he said, yeah, but I'd really like to see it. And he said, here, He said, my wife's going to send you an invitation, or, Jackie's going to send you an invitation to Dropbox, and just drop the video in there and we can watch it and, go from there. And I went, cool. And he said, listen to us, hey? While we were on the phone, I got the email. Like while I was talking to him on the phone, I said, okay. And he said, did you get it? I said, yeah, I got it. And then I went zoop and I uploaded the file and I said, do you got it? And he goes, yeah, I got it. And he said, wow. I said, yeah. I said, I didn't have a cordless phone until my kids were in school. And now we're just flying stuff all over the place, right? I mean, it's literally in the air. My homeland phone is an old rotary phone. I should never have gotten rid of the landline on this house, because now what they call a landline is not a landline. It's run through the Bell fiber optics. So I want to get CBs. I think Howie and I should get CBs, like a home CB and one for each vehicle. I think that makes a lot of sense. Hey, Howie? Oh, never mind. You're far away. So, well, yeah, there's ham radio, but I'm not that smart. I just want to check the dial, and I don't know how to operate them. And I know you got to take a course or something for them, right? You got to get a license for that shit. I don't want to do something I got to have a license for. I don't need they got enough licenses on me. Need a license to drive, need a license to have a baby. What do you think the birth certificate is? You need a license to catch a fish. You need a license to have a dog. You need a license to upload videos. You need a license to la 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 la. I think go back to coding. Yeah, right, eh? But I think a CB radio, one for each vehicle and one for like a home tower, I think that's a great idea, because all you need is power. And I got, power stations if the power goes out, right? Hey, Barefoot Chickens, Janice Kirk, Lisa Allen, Janet Pickett, good ship, lollipop. So yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing how far technology has come in just my lifetime. My lifetime, not my siblings' lifetime, because I'm the baby of the family, right? I'm the last of the baby boomers. I'm actually Generation Jones. Hey, Jackie Oak, Jennifer Ocean Homestead. When I was a kid, you had one phone. And it didn't plug in. It was hardwired. So if you wanted a private conversation, you better hope that cord stretched to the top of the basement stairs where you could get on the top step, shut the door, and have a private conversation. Right? When my dad I was the remote control. Bev, change the channel. UHF or VHF? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? And then my dad got cable. Oh my God, when my dad got cable, it was a box, but the size of bigger than a Kleenex box and weighed about 3 pounds. And it had 2 rows of buttons. And then you could flick the switch to get to the next row, right? To add channels. Dad sat there like a king going, watch, click, click. Created a friggin' monster. By the time my dad had satellite, you couldn't pry the remote from his hands. He would he'd sit there and he'd flick, and he'd flick, and he'd flick. We'd all look at him and say, you gonna settle on something? When I get there, I see something I want to watch. I mean, and now, we can go to the racetrack where we have absolutely no hookup, and we can just cast Prime Video or Netflix or whatever I want, boom, right up to our TV in the motorhome. That's scary, man. You just flick stuff through the air and it lands on your TV. Remember the first safe satellite dish? I swear we could. Yeah, my dad had it. It was a great big thing. You couldn't get it in this room. It had solid gray panels. It looked like something from NASA. And then when we got our first satellite dish, it was so much smaller. It was only half the size of this room, and it was black mesh. And then it became the Bell disc. And now it's a little thing, a little box on the back of my house. And it runs my TV, my TV, my data, my internet, my phone, everything. Guess I shouldn't have put all my eggs in one basket. Hey, Frida, how are you? Oh, yeah. When you were little, you had the big floor. Are you kidding? Our last TV before my dad passed away and we inherited his... What'd you call that TV of Dad's, Howie? Yeah, it was flat, but it was a box. A projection TV. He had a projection TV. And then, when we got our first flat screen TV and a DVD player, like, now it's like... most of that stuff is gone. But when Howie and I were first together, we had an old 1970s floor model TV that always had a slight green tinge to it, you know. But when I was a kid, when my sister was a kid, they had radio. When I was a kid, we had a black and white TV. And in 1972, they got a colored floor model TV. Took up a quarter of the living room. I'm not kidding. It was only a 6x11, not even 6x8 living room. Really tiny. I remember leaving a note on the TV so Dad would know the baseball scores because he worked night shift. That was before VHS recorded. Oh, do you remember when VHS came out? And then there were video discs. And then there were DVDs and then Blu-ray. And now everything's digital. Not so sure I'm really happy about everything being digital these days. But, I mean, it makes life a whole lot easier. But at least I remember what it was like to live without all that crap. Wouldn't want to do it. But I could if I had to. 6x8 is basically the size of plywood. Yeah. Okay, it might not. Because our house was 24 feet long. And it was divided by 3. Yeah, 8 feet, man. 8 feet? No, maybe 30 feet. The house was like 30 feet. But it was only 12 feet wide, 11 and a half feet wide. It was row housing. You know? Simpler times. And then we moved to Apsley, Ontario. And Dad worked his butt off because we lived behind, you know, those rock cuts that you drive through on the highway? Our house was down behind one of the rock cuts. So you got nothing but Global and checks. And Global was iffy. So Dad worked his butt off getting a TV tower all the way up the friggin' hill. And he ran a cord down and everything. And we could sometimes get CBC. When he got that satellite dish, we thought he was going to be glued to the chair. He just built more furniture. Well, I had a huge DVD collection. And I probably, how many did I get rid of at that yard sale? Like 40 of them, dear? Had to have been 40 of them. But we still keep DVDs. Because guess what? You know, if the TV goes down, we got DVDs. Right? My computer doesn't even have a slot to burn DVDs anymore. I wish it did. I went to a one-room school house till the 4th grade. Wow. Older celery canning videos. Yeah, my garden You'll see. I did a little walkabout. The onions are full of weeds again, and something's eating the tops off my parsnips, and my new 3 bean beds are coming up. And I did a video showing you what Howie has done with the deck to make it nicer and safer for this old bat and the toddler, because we're the two that are right about the same when it comes to, falling over our feet and stuff, right? Anyway, I just thought I'd pop in and say, give me the good old days. Seriously, who knew that when I was laying up on the rock cut over the highway, baking in the sun, having a cigarette that my dad didn't know about, listening to music on my cousin's cha-cha radio tape recorder thing, who knew when we were laying there talking about what it would be like when we were adults and how we could be being an adult would be so amazing. We would be so free. Who knew that the times on those rocks were like the best times of our life? And we wished it away, as children often do. This is Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying, I'm going to make egg salad sandwiches for supper and watch some TV with my hubby. I love you guys. Take care. God bless. And remember, we only have this moment. Everything else is a memory, and nothing's promised. So don't put one foot in the past and one in tomorrow and piss all over the moment you're in right now. Right? Take care. God bless.